And
There we go.
there you go, everybody. Hello and welcome to our Wednesday afternoon call. This is September 6th, and this is really going to be a great call. We have the privilege of having a special, unbelievable guest today. And for anybody that was on the call last night, which everybody should have been since it was a mandatory Tuesday night call, everybody would have seen her. But if by chance you didn't see this young lady, you have the privilege of seeing her today. Stacy Southward is phenomenal in what she does. And in this particular case, we're talking about the CND or R.A.M program. If you haven't gotten to that point yet, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Just take notes and also be able to be on all the calls, because sooner or later you will be there. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Stacy, and she'll be talking about the R.A.M program that we have going now. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Tom. Okay, so instead of R.E.M, because that's all about sleep, and I've got Zleem for the sleep if y'all need to learn about R.E.M. Highly recommend Zleem for that. But it's actually called R.A.M, Residual Affiliate Marketing. So R.A.M.
R.A.M.
R.A.M. Yep.
Oh, that's why I needed to sleep. That's why.
I get it.
Sorry about that.
We went long last night. I think I've seen most of your names in putting in for your application to get in. Some of you are also instructors putting people in, and you're utilizing Donna's link. So I'm going to start at the very beginning and talk to you as though you're all instructors. That when you're guiding your people to sign up, please have them use their first and last name for their company name, not anything creative, not their website name, not their website URL. There's other places for that. So let me do this. This might be more beneficial because some of you, it's been a couple years since you've signed up and you maybe don't know what the form looks like now. So do I have sharing capability, Tom and Donna?
You should have.
Yeah, you should have.
I feel powerful in this room.
You are.
Woman power.
All right. So you guys can see my screen. I'm going to, because I know some of you may be on your phone, are already squinting. So I'm going to blow this up so you guys can see it. And there's our new logo, Residual Affiliate Marketing, which truly identifies us, guys, because we do affiliate marketing, but most affiliate marketers do not get residual income. So that's why this is really a meaningful acronym here. All right, so pretty basic. People put in their first and last name, the email they want to use, and their phone number. Pretty self-explanatory. We shouldn't have to help anybody with that information. Legal entity type, the majority of you will just put in individual. If you're in IBO and you've got that LLC now, you are still an individual as far as we are concerned. That LLC is separate and for IBO only. Others of you have been, have established an LLC for what we do or a sole proprietorship. Those of you that know that will know how to answer that, but the majority of people should be entering in individual. Company, individual, or website name. I have been trying to figure out how to get this little field to be changed to just be individual name. I want you guys to put in, they need to put in their first and last name so that when they need a password reset and Donna comes to me, I can more easily find them because I have to search by company name. And your students are going to give you their first and last name as to what their account is set up as. they're not going to necessarily give you what company name or what their website name or anything is. So first and last name is what I want here. Website or social media, I want your 4 or 5 character URL. I don't want Facebook. I don't want any, the DTCA link. I don't want any of that. I want your PBS URL. It's also a means for me to find you in Trello to let your instructors know things are happening, that this application has come in. Address information, pretty self-explanatory. Billing, I took the requirement off of this because we no longer set any of the billing through R.A.M, through Everflow. It all gets tied back to DTCA. If you're not, or your students are not yet into DTCA, there's no account in DTCA to tie them to. We don't have a specific set payment method as yet. I know Rory's working on it, but Rory's got a lot of things in the kettle. It's just easier to follow the system and get into anchor number 1. And then you'll have your DTCA ID number and you'll put it right here. Okay. Starts with a 3-5 for the most, unless you were here before, then we've got funkier numbers.
Thank you.
And then describe the sites and methods used to advertise. Just put in the letters PBS because this cranky lady doesn't want to read a paragraph. It's just easier. I then know for sure that you guys are part of Rory's group. The reason why I say that is I have people from other countries that this Marine mom is kind of suspicious over those countries. I won't name them. I won't be mean in that regard. But when they come in, if they don't have the PBS site or it just says PBS here, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be in Trello and I'm not going to find them. I do verify in order to be here, you do need to be active with a PBS. So any students that cancel, I have to try and track down and figure out who's all canceled and shut down their links. Because we have no way of paying them if they're not active here. Terms and conditions, you just click the boxes and then hit apply. I go through and approve applications typically early in the morning. I get applications done and I do non-disclosure agreements in the morning before most of you are awake. And then I don't look at it for the rest of the day because I have a business to build. I have a team to grow. Just like Donna, just like Tom, all of you should be building a team. All right. Any questions on the application?
So the SS doesn't need to be filled in, right? That part right now?
At this point, no, because it's when you're already in DTCA, you had to enter it there. And instead of expecting a 1099 from every single kiosk, we don't want to get a 1099 for each of those dozen offers. That just makes tax a nightmare, right? So it's all going to get put into and be under DTCA. It'll be on that 1099. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, then I'm going to close that. Now I have blown this up. This is your dashboard. I have to impersonate myself because I'm an admin. It's real fun otherwise. My screen gets pretty complicated otherwise. On the left-hand side, just like in SHG, you have all these icons. That's what SHG calls them. So we're just going to carry through that verbiage so we don't have to keep learning a new language. All these icons, you can search. This is, get back to your dashboard. You can do your tracking and asset generator here, or you can hit the big button there. This is if you want to look at all the offers. And if you wanted to expand it, this little arrow brings it out. Now, I showed last night how to get your links to, instead of wasting time covering that, does anyone have questions about finding a link? Debbie C says no, so okay, we'll go with no. I love it that your cameras are on, guys. This is where we've not done any training, and that's the reporting. A lot of you are trying to figure out what does all this mean up here? So the clicks for my current month, I've got 31% or 31 clicks this month. Guaranteed, most of them are mine from verifying and testing all the offer links once a month. So in the middle of the month, when someone comes to me and says, this link isn't working, throws me for a loop. I tested them all. They all should be working. Did it over the weekend. Today I've gotten 2 clicks. Now that's kind of cool for me because I've not been in my account today. So that means I'm getting some activity on my ads or my PBS. You guys can assume the same if you're not currently working on a page. Pretty cool, right? That if someone's clicked your link, they either got it from an ad or from your PBS directly. So staying on that, let's go down and see what offers got my 2 links. Oh, look at that. Oh, I've got a company came in again. They did a duplicate link on ERC tax credit. I'm excited for that. And I haven't advertised ERC in probably a month. Sneak a Squeak, I did when we had Mark on, and I got a new click, and it's called Unique Click. And Shouled It, again, I got a click. And that was today, not last night when I was clicking on all the links. Now, if it says a number underneath the CV stands for conversion. Conversion means you've made a sale. Okay, so if any of these had a 1 in it, awesome, congrats, you've made a sale somewhere. And down here it would tell you which offer it is. That goes the same for up here. Conversions is CV. Don't get caught up in this stuff, guys. Just advertise more. If you don't like these numbers being 0, do something about it. Do an action, post an ad. Post an ad. I do the same thing. My students complain about Google AdSense that they earned a whopping 2 cents yesterday. What can I do to get that more, higher? Go post some more ads. So the same thing here. You want to see some numbers here? Post some ads. Get that traffic coming to your PBS. It becomes a numbers game. There is a reporting. So we can click on reporting. And if you want to look for any conversions, you click on conversion, you put in the date, and you can select a range. You can do year to date. You can add a filter. You can choose specific offers that at any given time were active. And because guess what? Do I still have my Klitsch page active on my PBS? Yeah. I'm not making any commissions off of it. But if I'm getting activity off of it, so conversions wouldn't be a good one. I'd want to go look at clicks. I would then switch that baby over to Savings Highway Global. That if you're looking on this page for this shoe clip called Klitsch, that tells me you have shoes. By the way, you can buy shoes here under this membership. They've got a great Skechers thing right now going on. I'm gonna be getting myself some new Skechers, the slip-ons where I don't have to tie my shoes. But you can choose an offer. And you can, if you've got a smart link, we don't use smart links. We don't use half of the functions in this thing. Then you just click out and you click run report. And there we go. And now you know when I last ordered my popcorn, April 28th. And I made revenue. That was my own personal order.
Now, is that 4.949?
Yep, I made $4.95 off of that order.
Nice.
Okay. A lot of you guys get hung up on what percentage you're making on anything. Unless you're a numbers geek like me, stop. Just keep following the system. Does Rory get hung up on this? No. That's why we don't typically teach it. But there's been more questions coming from your guys' team specifically about the reporting. People saying, oh, I didn't get credit for this and I didn't get credit for that. You probably did. It's just on your dashboard. It says today, yesterday, last month. It doesn't say last week or this week. So did I get any clicks on Monday? Don't know. This doesn't show Monday. It shows I've got a current month of 31, but it doesn't specifically show me Monday. You can run a report and do a click and go choose just Monday. Nope, I just want Monday. Thank you. You can even change the time. And I'm going to choose all offers. Notice it fills everything in here. And now run the report. And so for on Monday, okay, the Miel, it's not meal, it's Miel healing. I had some good activity on Monday of people clicking around on my site. It wasn't me. So I've got people clicking on my link. And where do I put my links? On my PBS page. I don't ever use the links in an ad. I use my page link in the ad. So if you guys are, if you went through and did one ad in one place every day for each of the offers under R.A.M, you could come here and see which ad title is working well. And then, so Monday you do a set of ad titles for each of the different kiosk offers. Tuesday you use another set. Now you can determine if you've got that kind of time. I've got some leads you can call to build your team instead. But you guys can really get into the process of this, of testing out some of your ad headlines. Analytics, I've never used. I don't have time. But if I'm testing out an ad headline, this is where I'll come. So it's not that hard. Did I answer all your questions, Tom and Donna?
Yep.
You answered mine. That was great, Stacy.
All right. Good.
I want to remind everybody, once you set your password, write it down in a notebook somewhere on a hard copy so it's not going to get lost. looking up all this stuff and resetting all this stuff is unnecessary busy work for Stacy, and she doesn't really not have time to do that. There's no excuse for losing a password if you've written it down like you were told.
Think back to high school when you had that locker combination. Did you have to go up to your teacher multiple times a year to say, I forgot my combination? Yeah, write it on your hand. I saw that, Tom. I would write it between my fingers so that no one else could see it. And anybody walking by would think something else. No. If you guys do forget your password, the procedure is it has to get to Donna. Donna comes to me. I don't want anybody else's students trying to connect with me for getting a password changed. Main reason is I've got a lot going on. My own team is already reaching out to me. Second reason, if you're a repeat offender, Donna wants to know, and maybe we need to retrain. And your instructors want to know too. So get the request to your instructor, but when you get it to them, there is a forgot password button. I have it deactivated. I don't have time to go through those notifications. What we want you to do is you need to give your instructor the password you want to use, and it needs to have 4 things. 1 each of a capital letter, a lowercase letter, a number, and a special character. And I recommend you all use the $sign because that's what you're trying to generate here. Subconscious thinking like that, guys, goes a long way.
Stacy, Larry's got a question.
Yeah.
Hi, Stacy. One thing that you didn't touch on, but I know is very important. Do we still have a time frame from the time they sign up until they sign into the account? I remember it used to be 6 days.
You are correct. It is 6 days. And what I do now, and I've been doing it for the last several months, is I go into the student's Trello card and I tag the instructor. I know Joel and Tom and Donna and Lori, all you and Don, you all have signed up new students, and I go at Don and then I paste. I do not type that every time. I have a Google Doc that I copy and paste that, yes, you have 6 days to log in. And so if you're signing up on a Friday afternoon, I'm not going to probably see your application till Monday morning. Because on Saturdays, you know how you guys are up early on Friday mornings doing leads with Joel? I'm doing them Thursdays and Saturdays. And I have to get them done on Saturday before the PBS call with Rory comes on. So I don't got time. And Sunday is dedicated to my husband.
Okay, and is there actually a reason we have those 6 days?
It's how Everflow has the system set up. I have
Okay,
looked.
makes sense.
Yeah, I've gone looking. I've gone dumpster diving into the back area of this thing and just trying to get this picture in here. Y'all, that took me 3 hours to figure out. Now what we're trying to do is see how the link says CN Direct.
Yeah.
That stands for Cash Network Direct. I am currently trying to figure out how to get that
ATCA.
changed to R.A.M.
Yeah.
Right.
That's gonna be a little more complicated, but you'll do it, Stacy, because we have
Well, yes, it's called Stacy calls Rory and Matt and goes, guys, what way
Yeah.
do you want to do it? Because Everflow is actually really good on helping me because, you know, just getting a new offer set up. And we do have something coming in probably 2 weeks. So definitely do not want to miss next Tuesday because I don't know what Rory's got planned, but the Tuesday after that, You got inside information from me. You definitely want to be there.
Don't miss a Tuesday night, right?
Don't miss a Tuesday night. Yeah, that one, that's for sure. And heck, on Saturday, I don't know how many of you guys took notes on the gals from Miel, Amber and Alma. I'm going to be working with them on getting their YouTube site up.
Oh, nice. That's great.
Videos as well that we can get on. But if you guys ordered, your Miel, I got sample boxes is what I ordered.
Yep.
So I want to hand out to people that will promise to give me a testimony in a week, 2 weeks, that kind of thing.
Yep.
The sampling aspect really works, but getting that kind of information on these kiosks that we got from Alma and Amber on Saturday was huge.
Huge. Very good. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Stacy. I mean, I know you're very, very busy already with your team, as well as doing this and some videos. So we really appreciate you coming out and helping us out, giving us this information. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome, and I'm glad you guys recorded this. I don't mind helping other teams out because there's 29 people on this call. That's 28 questions of the same question that I'm gonna have to answer.
And we're gonna keep this and use it for all the new students and upcoming students that are going to be entering the program. Be a lot easier than, again, people can understand things better when they see a video on it, nice and slow, an explanation, than trying to read it text and try to figure out exactly what they're talking about. So we appreciate it. Definitely, this is going to be utilized a lot.
Well, and I'm sure you've heard Donna say this, that when Rory's introducing something new, you won't see any of us instructors taking notes. We MSIs, we learned, you watch Rory because he's recording it, especially if he's recording it live. You know it's going to be available on YouTube, and you can fast forward through it to the bits where you want to write down your information. Learn it, and don't be anxious to ask your question in chats because you're going to miss that information. Write your own question down and listen to the call. My team gets lectured on that all the time. They're basically threatened. If I see their name pop up in the chat, they get a lecture. You weren't paying attention.
Yeah, definitely wait until the end. And then if you have a question, then you can ask it.
Yep.
But usually, no matter what it is, your question is going to be answered before you even have to ask it.
Exactly.
Yep. Connie, do you have a question? Oh, yep, go ahead.
Yeah, I just had a question for Stacy. Is there still a minimum for payout for R.A.M?
Your volume so like my $4.94 shows up in my DTCA. Even if it's a couple pennies, Rory has that part covered. I don't have to do that anymore. I have to do invoices. I have to invoice all the offers. That's hard enough.
Now, do you know if they got figured out yet about getting paid from DTCA yet? I know Roy was talking about that it wasn't quite set up yet.
Let me look, because I thought it was in there.
I don't think it's ready to go yet.
Let me look.
Thanks, Stacy.
Oh, you're welcome. I know we've had Peter busting his butt getting so many different things done on the DTCA back office. And he must be doing something now because it is just spinning, or we're all clicking to log in at the same time.
I know that we have also got a couple people that are having trouble with their vortex payments. There's more than a few actually. So just be patient. Peter is working on that. And he said to tell you not to worry, you're not going to lose any volume. He is aware of the situation, so just be patient.
So I have kiosk. If you guys, when you go into your DTCA back office, click on the hamburger and go over to my earnings. It's the first one underneath commissions. It brings up a screen that says customer sales, promotional package, binary commission, check match, and kiosk commissions. I can guarantee you it's going to show 0 right now because of the date. If you change the date by clicking on kiosk commissions, then you see the very tiny on the right side of the page, you can change it to custom range by just clicking on the date. And I'm going to go back and see how far I can go back. Apply. We'll just see if it comes up. Oh, you want an end date? Well, that's no fun. Oh, it only will do a month at a time. And nope. Okay. It's not, I don't think it's working yet.
Yep, just hang in there because I think Peter's still in the process. He's got a huge project there with that education, a whole program ad there. So hang in
Yeah,
there.
we got to get the school up and running without delay.
Yep.
Definitely. But yeah, it'll be there, guys. Everything, you know, those who stick around get paid. And that is so true with so many things that we do here.
Very good. Very good, Stacy. We appreciate all of that information. Yeah, all
Stacy,
those
you're
golden
awesome.
nuggets.
Yeah, you're very welcome. I had actually set aside an hour, so didn't know
Any
how
other
long.
questions then?
Yeah.
We appreciate you for sure.
You're very welcome. Like I said, by doing it mass like this, it actually saves all of us instructors time later.
As long as you have the link, right?
Yeah. There's that little caveat, Don.
There you go.
So, all right. Well, I'm sure you guys have other things to discuss, so I will let you guys go ahead and get on with it unless you have anything else for me.
Thanks a bunch, Stacy.
No.
We
You're welcome.
appreciate you.
All
Yeah,
right.
thank you so much.
See you all on the Brain Food Hall tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stacy.
Bye.
Okay. Moving on, we still have some time here, Don.
Yep.
Right? So, what we're gonna do is move on to a different subject, and this is in reference to the advertising that we've done before and a few times before. And I'll probably be doing something next week in reference to creating a video that has to do with advertising. So today, Don's going to tell us a little bit about how to use power words in the advertising headlines, which is the first point that people look at. You have to draw their attention to the headlines. They get there, then that's to lead them into the description, and from there leads them in onto your page, your PBS page. So,
Tom, can I interrupt you a second? You might
Yeah.
want to make this 2 different recordings for easy access.
okay. Hold on.